Hi, Harsh. Thank you so much for coming to BizTalk. This is your second time, so you are very much welcome. How are you?
Second time, it's great. I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you for coming. I'm very excited to see your new venture. But before, let's refresh a bit about yourself, your background.
Sure. So myself, Harsh. I'm 17. I'm based out of here in Mumbai, India. This is my third startup. So it's called as MetaVolf. It's a Web3 IT services company. More on that later. But yeah.
So let's start talking about MetaVolf.
So MetaVolf Private Limited is the name of the company. This is the agenda. So who are we? We call ourselves as the Web3 IT services company. IT services company of the future who wants to build the future. So our mission is to be an engine to the world's Web3 innovations. That's our main motto. So we call our team as the Wolf Pack. It sounds fun. So we are a team of enthusiasts who really want to bet on Web3, the next form of the internet, and really want to take this software development in Web3 ahead so that we can facilitate improvements and advancements in the companies who are coming up and building in Web3. We really want to help them. Our offerings, we offer in three areas mainly, that is blockchain, NFTs, and the metaverse. And in NFTs, we provide NFT market solutions. In metaverse, we provide metaverse creation from scratch, or metaverse building in any existing platform like Decentraland, Sandbox. And in blockchain, we cover coding of blockchain. So we have developers who can code blockchain right from forking of blockchain to developing an entire new blockchain. So our target audience. So we have two sort of target audiences. First is the companies who are existing, the legacy companies who want to get into the Web3 world. So for them, we do propose a few things. For example, marketing events in the metaverse, and decentralized cloud storage solutions, and decentralized servers and everything. And the other set is for startups. Now, for startups, it's about getting helping startups who want to build in Web3. We help them develop their product, their MVP, and everything. So that's what we do basically. And our sales strategy. So we go from a very sophisticated, organized sales strategy, that is prospection, preparation, approach, follow-ups, presentation, negotiations, and closing. So it's a very sophisticated strategy which helps us do things easier and more quickly. And we have dedicated teams for each one of the steps. So this is our CRM strategy. We ensure that the single point of contact, SPOC, of our client, we really treat him well. We really make sure that we have great clientele relationship, so that that has resulted into 35% increase in client retention rates, and that also helps in increased credibility in the market as well. And there's a very easy connect between our project managers and the companies as POC, so that if there are any changes in the project, they could be conveyed to us very easily and quickly. Then now this is our service process. It is discover, design, develop, deploy. Simple, easy. So in Discover, we set a meeting with you. We set up a meeting with our clients, and we note down whatever you want, right? And then we develop a short, you could say a small, a sample piece of it, and then we show it to our client and get their views. And then we develop it. We properly integrate all of the technologies that are needed to be integrated in that particular system. So we develop it and then we deploy it. We release it to the market, and it is now live. And we have a very strong customer centric strategy. We really want our customers to be in the center, and rest evolving around them. We really want to make sure that we provide the greatest clientele experience along with the greatest quality service out there. That includes the latest technology on which we are doing our research and development as well, like shown over here: blockchain, AI, cloud, data analytics, and AR, VR, many other things. And that's that. And the reason why we think our company would beat the legacy IT companies is because of this slide: our agile system. what it does is it is different from the waterfall method of developing any product. It is about, first you plan, you design, you develop, you test, you improve, and if it is a yes, if the client likes it, then you again quickly go to planning. So that way you don't waste a whole lot of time, and in each and every step we make sure that we take proper clientele feedback, so that we don't have to invest a lot of money if after we deliver the project and they don't like it, so that we don't have to start it from scratch. And we really focus on the contextual knowledge as well. For example, let's say we are working for some real estate client. We won't just take in information like where are you based out of, and where the location would be. We also take information such as like who would be your prospective clients. We really think from a contextual purpose, so that really helps us to provide the kind of impact driven services that we are able to provide. Our agile system really helps us in getting work faster by almost 35%. And of course client retention rates and everything boost up, and that is the entire thing. And it really helps us to quote less amount of time when we are quoting it to any of our clients. For example, if I use the traditional method of quoting time to any client, like let's say a client wants to develop a blockchain. A person would say a different IT company would say, like, oh, it would take around 2 months. But with this technology, we can do it under 1.5 months or 1 month as well. So this really, gives us an edge over other of our competitors. Then our current workforce. So we have around C-level executives 5 and sales team 2, development heads 6, project managers 12, also called as scrum masters, and developers 42, and HR 2. So as you could see, we have a lot of developers because of course it is a service-based business. So definitely you have to have a lot of people in your developing team. Then our talent strategy, the same good old thing. So that's that. And we have around 150 plus associates. That means we have partnered with a lot of companies who are trained in some of the mentioned areas, 3D modeling, cloud, metaverse, blockchain. So in our main services, we make sure that our our employees are trained in the best softwares out there. And we are basically implementing our strategy in a way that is transforming the fundamentals of how exactly these things are taken ahead in the IT services business, which is producing a lot of competitors apparently, but it is giving us our first mover advantage as well. Our competitors, they are TCS, Infosys, HCL, Wipro, and everything. So you could clearly see that MetaVolf is a walking green flag. It covers everything basically, right from affordability to the timeline to remote agile, location independent agile, and everything. So that's the reason why we think we're better than others. So these are some of our strategies to beat the legacy IT companies. Legacy IT companies in the sense that that the companies who are who are in this games right from day one. They have been through Web 1, Web 2, and now they are entering Web 3. But we really think that if we really focus on just Web 3, we could potentially target a much bigger market than than the current IT companies. Then the team, it's Aryan Tamane. He is an investor in crypto and everything since a lot of years. And it's me. I'm a third-time entrepreneur, and I had a successful exist in my previous startup. And then it's Mr. Kunal Das Gupta. He's the ex-CEO of Sony Pictures India. He's on the board of directors of our company. He has previously managed an asset class of $2.5 billion. Then it is Mr. Prasanna Lohar. He is the ex-CIO, Chief Innovation Officer of DCB Bank. He has really revolutionized the way people bank in India. He has put forward a lot of he has put forward a lot of innovative technologies in the banking sector in India, and has impacted millions and millions of people. Then our tech team, head of design Nadesh Vikaria, he's into 3D modeling and everything. Then head of technology Vansh Shah, he is previously an Microsoft intern and Harvard intern. And then Vineet Das, she has been into the Web3 space in 6 years. Then Tanisha Agrawal, she's handling social media since 4 years. So she's very good with social media. Now, some of our financials. So Web3 software development market stats, right? So current market stats are around $55 billion is the total addressable market. $18 billion is the serviceable available market, $12 billion is the serviceable obtainable market, and 47.6 is the percent is the CAGR, which is quite high, and it is what it is. And our revenue goals. So by 2026, we plan to achieve around 125, $130 million in revenue, and 2025, $100 million in revenue in 2025. And there's a huge bump between 2024 and 2025. And the reason for that is because we think that the Web3 would really come into play, and people, the normal masses, would really adopt it during that time, is what we are predicting. And that's why the number of services that we provide and the number of clients we have would eventually increase, and we will generate more revenue. So currently we are working on 85% profit margins, which is sort of crazy, but we are sort of able to do that. We are trying to pull it off, and we have been pretty successful with that. But we could further increase it to 92% post fundraise, because we are developing a AI automation technology which takes contextual data and provides results, basically. So that's that. And then you could see that we are also doing a lot of other things to improve our margins, like automation, improvised utilization, hiring experienced people as well, because they get the job done quite quickly. And the funding part, right? So we need $2.4 million in the next 2 months to start scaling our company into the North America, because we think there's minimum 50x the amount of market than as compared to India. Because if you see the stats of legacy IT companies as well, who are based out of India, in fact, they're earning billions in revenue, but around 60% of their revenue comes from North America, and around 5.7% of their revenue comes from India. So that statistic, that stat is really important for us to know that we should focus more on the North American market than the Indian market, and also the European market. So that's that. And we are going to use these funds into our fixed cost, office expenses, sales and marketing, CTC. And by the way, we haven't spent any money on sales, but still we have good amount of revenue. And capex and other expenses are included in the funding part. And we are going to use this funding for around a year or so. So that's that. So a runway of around a year. Thank you.
Thank you, Harsh. Let me ask you, this hyperbolic growth, how can be sustainable? This hyperbolic growth between 2023 and 2024, you are going to have a massive increase in revenue. Is this sustainable and obtainable?
So we are planning for that. So we are thinking about, preparing to plan for it right from 2023, the ending of 2023. We are thinking about getting in more partners to do our job than to hire employees, because if that's a bubble, if that 2023 to 2024 is a bubble and that bursts, then the amount of people that we have hired already for that growth phase will lose a lot of money in severance. So in that phase, we'll focus more on partnerships and outsourcing things, and that would definitely mean to lower our profit margins, but that's just to keep ourselves safe.
How does the business model works? How do you make money? Who is paid? We know already who is going to pay you, but how do you pay people, your team, and outsourcing you're doing?
Right. So we have people on contract basis. Our developers are on contract basis, as well as some are on full time, and they are paid from the current project. So the venture is completely bootstrapped as of now, and basically we take clients' money and we put into the company, and we feed the developers, and then we take our profits. So that's the thing. But the business model overall works as, we approach companies who want to get into this metaverse space, into this Web3 space, blockchain, whatever it is. We close them, we get the money, we develop it. That's it. And it's a complete service-based business. There's no product involved whatsoever, although we do develop products for other companies. So that is the entire business model.
But what makes you different from the so many IT companies that are moving from 2.0 to 3.0 Web3? What's the difference between you and them?
So we think that the existing legacy IT companies have invested a lot of money into development of Web 2.0, as well as they have invested a lot of money into hiring developers and professionals who are much more experienced in Web 2.0 related developments, like normal apps, normal websites, and everything, normal analytics, normal cloud storage. Web 3 is a completely different game from front end as well as back end in terms of development. So over there, you need a completely different kind of developers. So for our biggest competitors like TCS, they have over 500,000 employees, and for them to slowly basically fire a good chunk of them and to hire new employees who are basically know how to deal into Web3 and how to develop in Web3, it will take a lot of time. Till then, the market would be gone, and basically the main opportunity to make money from our clients would be gone. And at that time, we would be ready because we have already partnered with over 150 companies. Also, we have already have around 60 employees in total, and we have around 200 people in our list who are ready to work for us. So and that list is growing every single day. So we would be ready by the end of 2023 to really take on that opportunity to grab that market growth that will happen in Web 3.0. So at that time, these companies won't be able to do that because they won't have the proper workforce and everything. So that is one of the things that sets us apart. And apart from that, as I mentioned, our agile system, it really sets us apart because it helps in increased profitability. It helps us do stuff faster, and because there's something called a Scrum Master. It's a person who basically overlooks the entire development of the project, and he heads a lot of people under him and allocates work to him. So even the Scrum Masters in our side are very experienced Web3 people. So they know how to allocate work and everything as well. So from talent wise, it really differentiates us because we have the talent that will be aligned to market spends in the coming years in Web3. So that is one of our major differentiators.
In terms of traction, how is doing now?
Right. So we started this company 4 months ago, and 2 months back we started generating revenue off of it. And in the first month, I think we did around $15,000 in signed contracts. And the next month, that is last month, we did around $64,000 in signed contracts. And this month, we have done almost like $24,000 in signed contracts, including everything. So these are signed contracts. These are not revenues, but we have received good amount of that as advance payments from our clients. And apart from that, not to mention, we have clients like Starbucks, Schindler Elevators, and everything. We not just have normal clients, but quality clients as well. So, for example, Starbucks wanted to create something which will show. So basically, they are celebrating their 10th anniversary entering in India after entering in India. So they wanted to create a metaverse experience for their store. So we helped them develop that, and currently it is under development, and it will be on Starbucks' Instagram page on October 18th, 2022. So you could check that out if this episode is out by that time. But you could get an idea of how exactly we do these things. And then there are other clients like Schindler Elevators. It's a proper B2B company, but you see, even B2B companies are interested in the metaverse. It sells elevators and everything. It's one of the top brands for elevators. So what we have done for them is we have created a virtual experience center for their clients, because Schindler didn't want to invest a whole lot of money in physical experience centers to put out actual lifts for their customers to actually see and everything. That would become different game, very costly. But even without doing that, they are still industry leaders. So they just wanted to test what will happen if we have, let's say, virtual experience centers and do the same thing. What would be the increase in the grow spend patterns in their clients. So what they have seen is, after using this virtual experience centers, clients are buying the expensive lifts more, because they could experience exactly how their lift would look like, the elevator would look like after it is done, after it is configured. So that was one good case study that we did. And then apart from that, we have we are working in the edtech sector. We are working for massive brands like Topper, which is acquired by Byju's. It is one of I think Asia's largest edtech firm. So we're working for them to do something in the metaverse for students. It is under an NDA, but it is under development as well. So that's that. So the traction has been amazing. The response from the industry has been amazing, because right now is the right time. Every single company under in its own internal management is discussing about the metaverse, entering the metaverse, because there's such a massive hype out there of companies entering the metaverse, like who will enter first. And at that time, us approaching them really gives us an edge. And it gives what that has done is it has basically increased our closing rates. So right now, around 70 to 80% of the people we talk to become our customers. That is only because it is just the right time to do it, and there'll be plenty more such right times in the future. But yeah, this is one of them.
How do you scale this company? How do you go? What's your plan? Go to market, for example, US.
Right. So we really want to tap into the North American market, but we'll keep our team in India, because employment is very cheap in India. It is like nearly 20 times less than what it is in the US. So it is much more feasible, and it supports our profit margins if we keep our team in India and our clients in the US. So that's how we would be able to scale, by keeping our profit margins high, by doing this sort of thing.
You raised 2.4 million. How are you going to use this money?
We want to employ this capital into sales, purely into sales, as well as hiring our existing developers who are doing good in the past 2-3 months. What that does is that removes them from the contract basis job to a salaried position, and that further increases our margins, because we pay them way less than what we'll be paying them per contract, per project. So that's one advantage that we would get after getting this money, that is improved profit margins. Apart from that, we would also be patenting our automation, contextual knowledge automation technology, and having a IP or a patent in our company would really benefit us as well in plenty other ways. Like selling this IP, or like earning a royalty out of it. A lot of different ways. So that is one thing that we want to do after fundraise as well. And yeah, these are some of the major things.
Let me close with, you are a young entrepreneur, very young, just 17. You've done already a lot in your life. So what's your vision for this company? I mean, where do you want to bring your company?
Right. So my vision regarding this company is to really employ a lot of people. In a service-based business, you really have the capability to have a massive team. You have to have a massive team, and that for me personally would sort of give me an inner happiness, that I am employing a lot of people. I'm helping their families and everything, right? So right now we have around 45 people on contract basis. That feels good, because I'm supporting in them, their talent in some way or the other. So that is one major factor. And that is the reason why I want to scale to 5 lakh employees, 500,000 employees, just like TCS or something. So that is one part. But apart from that, I really think that going international is the only and the best way for this company to scale properly. We are targeting the North America, then the European market, the Chinese market, and then India, but and Asia. And that's how I think we would be scaling, but we would be keeping our employees in India itself for further profit margins and everything. So the matter of scalability over here, definitely it's a service-based business. People do ask that, how will you scale? It's not a product-based business, but um, there are companies who have done that. They have scaled massively in this IT services business, and we could take them as an example how they have done it. Although it has taken a lot of time, but I think that our strategies, the way we have formalized them, would really help us get there. Not the fastest, but at least a little bit faster, and scale ourselves properly, and most importantly, keeping it keeping the growth sustainable, We don't want to be a bubble. We really want to be a cockroach who will stay in the industry for as long as possible.
What's a message to investors? Why they should invest in us?
Right. So they should really invest in us because Web3, this market, this entire market is about to become a massive boom. It is still in the phase of, it's still a booming market. It is about to like 10x, 100x, because the masses are about to adopt it in some way or the other. Like if you see Chrome is being replaced by Brave browser, it is powered by blockchain. Like people don't know that they're indirectly using Brave, which is powered by Web3. Like such things which are integrated, which are a combination of Web2 and Web3, would be the next thing. We call it as Web 2.5. We are at the stage of Web 2.5, and there's a massive opportunity lying out there to be grabbed, and there's a lot of potential to make money. And if you talk from an investor's point of view, there are a lot of ways to exit. So we have basically recurring payments from our clients in our marketing strategy. So that gives us recurring clients, and that's why we could be acquired by some other massive company. So this could be one beneficial part for any future investor or a direct IPO.
Harsh, thank you so much for coming to the BizTalk. It's been a very good pleasure, and I really wish you all the best. I would like to see so many young entrepreneurs like you. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Thanks.
Bye. Take care.